Hey there, my fishes. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Courtney and I make mermaid tails for a living. And today I'm going to show you guys my latest creation that I just completed. This is a custom order for a client and I'd like to kind of give you the walkthrough, talk about it, and show it to you up close. Okay, so let's just dive right in. This is probably, it might be, I'll have to actually measure it, but I think this might be the largest fluke I have ever made, ever. It is so, and I love it. So basically what happens is I have a client. This client came to me with a vision and I brought it to life over there at my desk. So they give me kind of the palette, the kind of themes, some references, and I create. If you're curious about what it is that I do, you want to see some of my other creations, you can visit me at vancouvermermaid.com. You can check it out. And this might be like my favorite design element also that I've ever done on a tail. Tell me that it doesn't totally feel like stained glass. Like it just, I don't know, there's something about it that just, I don't know, it makes my soul light on fire. I was so happy with how this turned out. I have all this additional detailing and like speckling going down the sides. And we ended up adding a little bit of like freckles, sort of spots down to the very base of the fluke. So this monofin is, and I have it handy here, this is the fish fin. It is more commonly referred to as the Lucia, I believe, in the mermaid community. That's the fin that is in this. This is a fantastic fin to work with. It is just such a nice neutral plain shape that it allows you to do things like create a massive fluke like that. And it still has enough support for this not to be a huge drag in the water. So I've got a zipper down the side here. And because the shape is quite a bit wider, so the monofin still has to get sewn into its pocket. So it does create a little bit of space here, but the rest of the monofin is completely secured in. So I've done this on my Pirate Dreams collection, has flukes that are like this, and it works quite well. This tail also has these fun little, what would you call these, like your calf fins. And again, we have this sort of detailing that is throughout the tail. And then we've gone for this kind of plate look up the front. The plates are also on the back of the tail. And the back also features more of these beautiful stripes. I really try as best as I can to get as much layering. Now, when I say I paint this myself, like let me illustrate for you what I actually mean by that. Let's come over here to the little space here. So this is the pen that I use. That's the Cintiq. That's what I actually use when I'm drawing. But if you can imagine that digitally, I actually go in here. I'm not left-handed, but my right hand is holding the camera. And I actually go in and draw and paint this with my hand. I don't have like a button. I don't press a button. I don't ask something to generate it. It's all my original artwork. And it is something that I pride myself in doing for every tail. Everything is made fresh. Everything is made new, so I don't really reuse much. Outside of, I do have like brushes that I've made or that I have collected over the years, stamps, and a few other little tools that I might like, my sparkles and stuff. But otherwise, all of the elements are made completely from scratch on the go. And something that I really love to do on mermaid tails is counter shading. I love for the back to be dark and then the front to be light. That is just something that tickles my brain in the best possible way, and it's something that I like to do on almost all of my mermaid tails. So this tail also has 2 pec fins, and I do include boning in my fins. So any of the big fins that kind of need a little bit of assistance in holding their shape, they get boning, and it's just plastic, regular, like boning. And that just allows it to have a little bit more stability. And then these get sewn to the front of the tail, and then the back is essentially the exact same design, but I'll give you guys a look at that as well. I do love this tail so much. Oh my goodness. And the purple, the client picked such a good purple. So there's the back, and it does kind of fill out, obviously, when you actually have a person. When you have a person actually inside the tail. So for now, it just kind of lays a little bit like that, but that's okay. And the stripes kind of come down the sides like that. And then this is here. This is actually quite a challenge to do. To make a design actually come to a point is not as easy as you would think. So for what that's worth. And so this, you can see the pocket, just how that fits in, because it's really important for the stability of the tail that the Monofin actually fit inside a pocket, because I'm not a tail maker who likes to do vinyl inserts. Big thumbs down. I do not personally like vinyl inserts. I've experimented with them before. It is not the vibe. I don't enjoy it. Don't ask me to. No. Anyways, all that said, that is basically, in a nutshell, this mermaid tail, and I hope you enjoyed checking it out. I am so pleased with this one. I am going to be so heartbroken to let it go, because it's just been sitting in my office while I've been waiting to film this, and I just love looking at it, especially this part. I feel like it's glowing. My trick for doing this, though, is I actually paint the whole, like, the shape first. Like, where do I... This guy and his motorcycle. Where do I want this to exist on here? And then I actually go in and, like, erase out and, like, break it into smaller and smaller and, like, different shapes, so that way the main shape is always there, right? But then, like, you know, I don't know if that made any sense at all, but that's how I achieved it, and I am so pleased. I'm so pleased. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Feel free to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you want to see more content, be sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys again in my next video. Bye!